Hello once again, it's your boy Moon, and we're back with another Grand Arena. This one's another 3v3, obviously, and we're up this time against authentic Hansa Asa, and he's representing Doctors Suomi. And first things first, having a look at the ship. So we've got a significant advantage here in terms of he's got this Negotiator 7-star, which is fine. No Malevolence unlocked as of yet, so I'm likely going to face Thrawn, being Relic, or Admiral Akbar as well. Rebels are pretty good at stripping banners on defense, I feel. Again, they don't tend to get too many holds, but they are pretty good at stripping banners. So we got a first win against Brill Council. So that's the ships, 300 lifetime banners or 300,000 lifetime banners. So we're about 340 at the moment. So a little bit of an advantage there, but it doesn't mean anything because some rosters are just absolute bogeymen for others. Decent Relic Sick Malak is the first thing that stands out to me. 307 is quick. Tenacity 144. Again, very, very good. That's pretty much exactly how I mod mine. We've got high relics on Jedi Knight Revan, on Grandmaster Yoda, Asajj as well. That's the notable one. Thrawn. So Separatists as well. A lot of work gone into those Separatists. So looking good all in all for a 4.8 million roster. Mine is 5.7. So this one is a little bit of a mismatch. If I'm right in thinking it's top 65 in 3v3 as opposed to top 85 characters. And I don't think he's going for a Galactic Legend. Just very quickly, my progress here is slow but sure. Yesterday we got First Order TIE Pilot to gear 12 and just saving up gear at the moment. The other ones are Jedi Knight Luke that are saved in there as well. That's going to be my roadmap for the next good 3 months anyway. So I'm going to try not to get distracted too much. Maybe Sith Triumph for it as well. They're the other ones hot on the list. But other than that, let's get into the footage. Let's see how this went. Okay, so we're on the battlefield now. And he's taken out, he got 51 banners against Grievous. And then they got a hold as well. In terms of defense, I made one alteration. I'll go through that right at the end. It was to do with the Finn team or the Finn lead team with veteran smuggler Chewbacca. And before I had Poe in there, and I decided to get rid of the tank and go for what's her name, Stick Ray instead. So it was just a case of tightening up that. I'll speak about that probably a little bit at the end of the video, or I might do that over on Twitch, just as like a free form, or talking a bit more in depth. I'm going to try and keep the YouTube videos a little bit quicker and save the more boring stuff and the theory for over on Twitch occasionally. So as I said, I run pretty much exactly the same. Malak 153, Tenacity 311, was that? 311 speed maybe, or 313, I can't quite remember. So Malak's going to do the honours against Padme here. I don't know if you saw a few Grand Arenas ago, we took out a full Padme team, just like solo with Darth Malak as well. It does work when potency. So potency on Padme and potency on the Jedi Anakin were pretty trash. So again, this is a bit of a cakewalk for Malak. As soon as you get rid of General Kenobi, it's pretty easy. And there's not too much to it. I mean, the big thing is with Tenacity, obviously it's just a case of you can then just run absolute riot with these squads, with these Padme squads, as long as C3PO isn't there with the 5v5, that's absolutely fine. C3PO does mess up your turn order though, and like those confuses and things like that just absolutely wreck your day, so it doesn't quite work. So Padme here we're going to get through nice and quick, nice and easy, and it's a nice easy battle because this Padme teams can trip up a lot of teams. I really don't like a mirror match, I really don't have time for that either. So it's just a case of get through it, and we've got Sky Guy in the back. So again, if he's got his Darth Revan, he doesn't have a General Skywalker. I think he was edging and ready to go with when the next Skywalker event comes around. It's got to be pretty soon. I think it's like almost a few years past the day when it came out. Correct me in the comments if I am wrong. So I think this guy will be bang ready to go for General Skywalker, because all his separatist droids and Asajj are like incredible, meet the minimum requirements by head and shoulders. This one, obviously, with Asajj lead, much prefer bounty hunters. I've talked about this before in terms of stun lock. With Talzin lead, Night Sisters get plus 50% potency. So a lot of the time you can just get, especially with Dakkas in there with 5v5 as well, you can just get absolutely stun locked to high heaven, and it really is not nice at all. So I get that conflagration out there just to get the health down on Asajj, but this is more so looking after the banners. Big hit there, I'm not expecting to kill her, but Jango does the deed anyway. A little bit annoying here because I've got quite a bit of protection missing from Bosk, so I've kind of got to be careful. Got lucky there that I didn't kill Spirit with Jango, so that was like a little bit of luck. I'm able to get some more banners here, and of course they go for the 3 different targets. So now I'm in a worse spot than I was before. So this is just about banner management, really. Get rid of that. So the AoEs always have a huge amount of health and protection there, and we're looking in good now. Double turn from zombie. Explain that one to me, because the zombie ain't that quick. So we took out those 2 teams pretty efficiently. This Kylo Ren 224, so it's going to be 254 speed. All defense, I actually really like all defense on that, especially like crit avoidance as well. Defense mods are underrated, but at gear 12 it only gives the 50% armor. So I think when it gets to gear 13, I think that's a hugely viable option. Whereas at gear 12, you're probably looking at more like health primaries and things like that, 6E, with a little bit of potency and protection, in there as well. But it's mainly going to be health on Kylo. This one I feel fairly confident with. This one, again, is just more about banner management. I want to sort of head straight over to First Order Executioner. He is be a little bit of a threat to the turn meter train with reducing turn meter. Here I'm under stealth, so if I can get any exposes, brilliant, because it's just going to add to turn meter. Nice dodge there, so we get a little bit back on BB-8. And don't really want to hit a counter there, so go under stealth again. And actually I kind of want to focus now more so over on Kylo Ren for the stun. Strip turn meter there, probably. I don't want the taunt, not the taunt. Well, I don't want the taunt coming back, but I also don't want the taunt. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. God, my commentary is getting worse and worse by the video, honestly. So, yeah, this one is about banner management, waiting to get through to Illuminated Destiny. Again, still a very viable team. If this was sort of... So you'll see me obviously not play it for like quickest kills, but basically I'm trying to stall here by putting on status effects and things like that till Illuminated Destiny comes up. So now I'm pretty close with BB-8, but I've kind of got to get another one as well. So he gets through that, so I'm a little bit further away now. He's stunned. I'm going to try and get through to another Illuminated Destiny. So there goes the just a basic there. I don't really want to give too much. Going to heal him up a little bit with burning. So yeah, seems a counterintuitive strategy, but again, this is, well, not this particular fight, but again, it's just good practice to be able to like manage those banners. So give him a few more status effects there. So he's not really going anywhere at the moment. Heal him up a little bit there as well. So we're getting pretty close to Illuminated Destiny here. 13 turns away. And he's getting pretty close to a turn now. Oh. And yeah, so that pretty much screws over my last banner. And I've had enough of this. I'm out. Let's just get rid of him. It was worth a shot. And I think you could probably micromanage that for like an extra banner, but who's got time for that? So now looking at the back, we have got an interesting Dooku team, actually. And I'm going to try something slightly different here. But the toughest team out here is going to be, he runs a speed set on this, which is pretty good. Obviously all offense as opposed to a crit triangle, no point in that. 269, so decent speed. Decent damage as well from the offense with 6E mods that would soon ramp up. So we are going to go Jedi here because if anything goes wrong. Now I know B2 can be like pretty tanky. So the rough plan is here. I want to be getting like rid of stacks. So I want to direct focus straight in here like I would 5v5. That is a bloody tanky B2 super battle droid. B1's going to go, so I want to chuck some foresight out there. Going to bring in Yoda for a little bit of an assist. Here I'm going to try and do a big damage, but I didn't really do anything. So here I'm going to just call out a turn. I'm going to take a pounding from B1. Here I realised that B1 is actually too much of a threat. So got a little bit lucky, rolled the dice on that, and that was fine. Charlie's not looking in great shape at the moment, but we'll see. Here I've got to get rid of a few stacks of, but here I'm going to throw it round. I know I've got Yoda in that place. So stripping, as I said in the video before, get in when Yoda's able to like go before B2, being able to strip that 2 meter, it is fairly safe to get rid of extra stacks on B1. B1 is going to make this fight pretty hard, especially at the speed, because he's going to do all the healing. So it just makes this a little bit more ropey. So I'm making good inroads on the health now. Grievous is going to take a turn, so I'm safe to kill here. I wouldn't be able to go anywhere else anyway because I've marked. And we're going to take an absolute volley, but I'm going to flip this back over, and now it's all about banner management. So I'm going to sort of call a few out a turn here. I'm going to put the direct focus back over on Grievous and give me a bit of protection from B1 now. And now it's all about just calling out a turn to get those banners back, and also trying to manage the stacks on B1 as well. I want to get foresight as much as I can as well, because that'll help with the banners. And yeah, just sort of keep calling out a turn. Yeah, that's the important one there. Let's throw that back round to Yoda. He's got the whatever blue or purple icon there. I'm actually colorblind, so I can't really. It's weird, color blindness, or I don't quite know how to say this, but yeah, it's kind of like you can see differences in colors, so you know the obvious ones. It's not like seeing in black and white or anything like that, but it's almost like color dyslexia, and it's kind of you can see the color, but you don't quite know what to call it. So like blues and purples and reds and browns and things like that. So it's quite hard to explain actually, but you know, it's like, it's not that you can't see differences in colors, and when you put them next to each other you can see that there's definitely a tone difference, and you can see the color as bright as like anything else, but it is just weird that you don't quite know what to call them, or without context anyway. So yeah, weird little trivia fact there. So I'm going to play this against the Geos. I'm going to try and strong arm this. I go for shock, and then I was going to go shock again, and then I decided to go fear, and I don't quite know why, because he then just got rid of everything. So let's put a big grenade. I'm in panic mode now. Oh, big shot from Spy. Let's get a fear out there as well. So we get the death mark out there. Brilliant stuff. Let's put a big hit in there. Oh, come on, come on. And the death mark goes, but again, we're able to get through. Oh, God. These Geos are so ropey, you know. I want to get rid of Poggle probably next. It doesn't really matter at this stage. Luckily, I got through the hard bit. But yeah, God, I don't half butcher getting through Geos. 50 banners, so that was a rough one. And I think if I would have gone shock as well, that would have been all right, because I couldn't actually focus on Geobrood Alpha for fear. So, hey, we've all got those bogey teams, and it's a little bit more exciting than Treya as well, I guess. So this one, I don't really want to chance this. I'm just going to go strong arm with Padme. Reason being, obviously, I can get through that nest very, very easily, and I don't really have a risk of timing out against Django here. I'm not going to get any debuffs while I've got bonus protection up. So we get rid of Dooku there. Nice. Let's go in a big hit here. Should, yeah, get wrecked. And we're just going to wait now for Jango Fett to come out of his damage immunity. That was an annoyingly big hit. But yeah, let's get rid of once. Let's get rid of twice. So there we go. So 53. Nothing we really could have done to manage that any better, I don't think. So this one, yeah, I kind of just want to deal with rebels here. and go for Droidica first. Droidica is actually like an incredibly good solo character. Even if you finish off a team and he's still there, there quite often quite often hold because of damage immunity if you don't have a dispel. He's also pretty thick at gear 13, so it's just a case of you really can't treat him. I'd rather do an overkill than an underkill, let's put it that way, because Droidica can hit super hard, as everyone knows, and it can wreck your day. Now this one was a little bit of an experiment, and the reason being, obviously, I know I've got the taunt up there. Oops, I forgot that he's going to gain his taunt on while he's still got shield. And again, rather than going for something like stupidly overkill, this was more of just an experiment, really. More so because of the I just wanted to test out, because Kylo and Kylo OG, or Kylo Ren and Mask and Kylo OG, are going to take reduced damage from what's it called, health effects. So as you can see here, Dooku, it's like a very quick Dooku actually, and in terms of that, it's just more of an annoyance really. So I thought, well, okay, I can rely on like first order executioners ramping damage with his crits, etc. I've got like a huge amount of turn meter gain from Kylo Ren, but these boys are just going buck wild really. And yeah, so it is just a case of like flattening down what will revive IG Magna Guard. So ideally I can kind of get what out there first, because it makes my life a whole lot easier. So it's going to be a lot of spamming this this AoE from Kylo. Kylo OG is like relic level 3 at the moment. Pretty excited to take him to relic 7, just because it gives me a lot more solo potential for squads as well in Grand Arena, or the weaker squads. So we're making a little bit of inroads into what now. He's back up to full health, annoyingly. So this could have quite easily timed out, but this was more a bit of an experiment, as I said. And yeah, still that protection though. Dude, that IG 100. And the stun for good measure as well. That's clutch. That's absolutely clutch, because it just shuts down the AoE. But you can see they're not really getting through. And as soon as I get rid of what, it's game over basically. So big AoE here. Now we're getting somewhere. And big hit there. But as soon as what goes, he's going to regain that protection. So even if I dispel that, and there we go. So we're through that. We can get through that. That's fine. And yeah, wrong move, but we still end up with 53 banners. So weirdly enough, it was like just efficient enough, which is what you want on Grand Arena. But as I said, that was more. So I'd like thought about it a bit, saw why it could work, saw why it couldn't work. But as I said, I thought that was probably the cheapest counter. The other one I was going to use first order on was the Night Sisters team. Swgoh is going to go in here. It's going to just absolutely put in work. I don't really feel confident enough to put him in solo here, in all honesty. So I'm going to keep one back. Oh, got the stun. That must be an incredibly potent Emperor Palpatine. Let's just get rid of you first. And this should do the trick. Wowzer. 53 on that. I'll take that. It's a decent average. So now we're up to Night Sisters, is it? And what do I do here? I think it's, yeah, that's it. Shakti and 501st. So I think I take in Echo and Rex. So it looks a little bit of a speed run, but as I said, I'm going to try and keep these YouTube videos a little bit shorter. If you do want to learn or like ask any questions or anything like that, again, I certainly don't claim to be any kind of theory crafter, and I hate it when people sort of use that word very loosely, because there's the actual theory crafters in the game put a huge amount of work and effort and testing and refreshing crystals in arena and things like that. So, but I know a little bit about a little bit. So if you do ever have any questions, you can put them in the comments, or you can hop on over to the Discord as well. The link is in the description there. Going to lose another banner here, 53, but it's okay. Again, I'm sure there's better ways or more efficient ways to get through this, and I'm sure there are ways of 2-manning or 1-manning. But again, I was a little bit tight on time tonight, so I had to record it all very quickly. Going to throw the fracture in there. Going to get to work with Darth Vader now. And is it wrong to dream? Yes, it was wrong to dream. We couldn't one-shot there. I'm just clicking buttons at this point. We got a nice stun, but we have got blind on. So, let's clean that up. Get rid of that. Let's look after our banners. That's what it's all about. Let's go over to mission. Pathetic hit. That's it, Thrawn. You show them how it's done. So another fracture in there. Oh yeah, it is wrong to dream. Vader will be a nice one to get up to relics. I'm looking forward to it. I completely need to remod him. I haven't touched the mods in like 9-10 months maybe. So it's just a case of revisiting characters, which is quite nice actually. And when they start getting to gear 13, being able to sort of, you weirdly have to completely remod the characters because of the flat bonus changes from being beneficial for gear 12 and under to percentage bonuses being much more beneficial at gear 13 and relics. So it is kind of fun, but it is a grind on the mods in all honesty. So it is tough to keep up and have it. I've got so many mods that I want and that I don't have at the moment. So ship's battle, haven't fought a Palpatine in a long time really. Probably should have stunned here as opposed to AoE. Who's counting at this stage. Throws up a taunt there, which is interesting because I don't know anything about this Empire mechanics. So I'm just sort of bludgeoning my way through. And we've got the buzz droids over there, so nice work. The vulture droids are going to do their work anyway. Let's clear off that target lock. And there goes that one. So now we can get over here. There's going to be a reinforcement at the moment. It's a little bit annoying with counter. So let's finish off that guy. Let's actually go for Pulp Shuttle. And let's actually stun the Cad Bane ship, the Xanadu Blood. And now we can get the Vulture Droids on it and finish them off next turn. Oh, there we go. Not very efficient on banners, but I thought if it did come down to it, I want to give him a tougher time on my ships than I do facing his ships, if that makes sense. So the final result was 2466 against 1758. Dropped a few banners on that ship's battle, and the only other action that we really got was a Dooku hold at the back. And obviously had a look at ships. I don't know if yeah, so that did hold. I'm sure he could have got his way through, but as I said, I'd rather give him a hard time on ships and lose a few banners. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and we're in through to the final. We're up again, so it's 2 wins. MJM in the final, so looking forward. And as always, if you are new on the channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you've enjoyed, please feel free to hit the like. And I will see you all next time. Cheers, guys.